That's his third overshield of the game, and he's directly above Ogre 2, and he's about to get a delicious back smack. And Ogre 2 outrunning him. Ogre 2, the sprinter, and check out the evasion moves there, Scott.
Yeah, and this makes Soldier have to give up on him, and Ogre 2 still keeps the power weapons out of Classic's hand.
Todd's charging into the lobby. Soldier 187 is going to be taken down, but meanwhile, Ghostayame is sitting pretty in that hill. He was the last member alive, and he's going to be taken down. Chig comes off the respawn back hold. Let's see if he can spawn his teammates up top.
Fear's in the hill, and he just had a killing spree.
So Fear with his second killing spree of the game that we've seen, maybe more. 115 to 98, though. Still just a 20-second game, and Final Boss is back in that hill. 3 down for Classic. You see Chig running back sword, and Final Boss is going to look to shut the spawn down.
You know what the thing is that I'm definitely seeing is, like, in order to execute a bait and switch really well, you've got to trust your teammates as well. If somebody calls something out and it's not correct, or if you don't see the guy, if the guy's moved, you can't lose faith in what's being called out to. You have to trust your teammates. You have to listen to them, because the second you stop acting immediately, you lose all the effectiveness of the bait and switch, and you're overexposed, and you're pretty much at the mercy of the other team. It looks like Final Boss is communicating a lot. They seem more energetic than we've seen them in previous seasons, the last 2 seasons at least, and it seems to be working.
And this top hill is about to move in 10 seconds, but I have to give props for Classic on their ability to take over the top once again from Final Boss. While all Final Boss was setting up for the spawn back sword, Classic spawned down low. They came up the purples behind Final Boss. Tsquared had 2 great grenades, which opened up a double kill. And now this is the first time that Final Boss is going to grab the overshield. But Final Boss still at the bottom of the map after Classic cleared him off up top.
Yeah, and I like the aggressive player that Tsquared going down, even though he didn't get it. He did. Now they know what Tots has it. They know where he was. Classic doing a good job. Again, this is the real deal, folks. Classic is not a team to sleep on. They're skilled, they're communicating well, and they're playing well.
And really, if you let Final Boss win this game, that'll be 3 straight, and the score will be all tied up 4-4. How important is this game for Classic to get back in it, Sonny?
Well, you know, I definitely think that Classic can't afford to let them go on a run right there and win 3 in a row, because every time Final Boss pulls one out and strings it together, they're able to say, you know, this is our series. We're better than them. We were cold the first game because we just moved to the main stage. You can't do that. Psychologically, it's incredibly important to be able to bounce back right here if you're Classic, because Classic does not want to put themselves into a situation where it's a race and the first to win 2 games takes the series. 150
to 139. Final Boss taking the lead in the game. Check out the score, guys. I'm happy for the blue team. And Fear itself, nice job of putting shots on players from the rocket, dropping down low. He was looking at the hill, but he was taken out by a great snipe from Chig, and Chig was working for that triple. Half-second late there on Tots, but that's 3 straight kills for Chig, and he just no-scoped Ogre 2 there.
I'm going to tell you what, I was watching Chig, I was pointing to the screen. He's the key right now. He's the guy right now who seems to have the ability to swing this. He is really got to be the guy that gets them going, because Classic right now, they're still in it, but they don't seem to have the same edge. Ghost is doing everything he can, but Chig's shot has got to be spot on, especially when he's got that sniper rifle, because he's going to be the game changer in this one, it looks like.
Chig, of course, he was the player that got most of the attention back at our national championships, most of the recognition for his incredible sniping, as well as just solid battle rifle throughout that tournament. It's been pretty good this event, not as good as we saw it at the championships, but he has had flashes of brilliance. But we're going to jump back on board with Fear itself. He just cleared out the closed purple, and he's got 1 sniper shot to work with.
And the smacky.
And he's going to be taken down by Ghostayame, who has that overshield. And let's listen in with Classic. They're now trailing by 22 seconds. Let's see how they retake the lead.
They're not here. We're going for rockets. Open shot, open street. 3 dead. Last guy, 03.
It's weak, it's really weak. It's 1 shot.
Gotcha. 03, spawning.
I needed it.
They're going for rockets. Watch rockets.
I'm going for him. We're out of the lobby. Go, toss 1 shot, sword. I got it. Rock shot. Nice. R1 is sword.
What's the purple?
Go gold. Somebody go gold.
I'm here. Up over the sword leg. Ogre 2 sword weak. And close street. Ogre 2 sword weak. Close street to R1.
Up him out.
Down.
Ogre 2
down. And C3. R1, Joe. Underground. 1 shot, Ogre 2. 2 shots. He's weak. And C3 right now. Close door. Weak. 1 shot. Close door.
Let's go.
Last one. They're going to put up close. They're still C3.
I'm kind of rocks, dude. C3.
Alright, watch it.
That's sword. Don't die at gold. They're going to be our one.
03. Go close. 3 and hill. 3 guys. Nice nade.
2 dead.
I don't see anyone.
Marcos, I'm
Top
with
goal.
you.
Top goal.
Make your extra sweet.
So you got top goal?
Yeah.
Help air goal. I'm in curious, VG. I'm
I'm good.
I'm in close, Marcos.
Two open, one shot. Ogre choose one shot. Ogre choose one shot, going to hill.
Got him.
Nice.
Sweet
Finish. Milk.
Find me, top gold.
Let's go.
Top gold.
Let's go sphere.
Watch our screen. He still came out.
One shot, top goal.
Still there,
Still
still
there.
there,
I'm
still
going up
peeking.
here.
Still peeking.
One shot, one
Still
shot.
peeking.
Y'all spawn in goal, man. It's off top.
Open it. Nate, open it.
Go on hill.
Nate,
Open hill.
One shot.
Shot
Another one
Another
open
one
it.
there.
Another one open it.
Don't die, Eric. Don't die, Eric.
They're right out top. Fear sells one shot. They're all weak in hill. Fear sells one shot. Open street.
Tots
Fear
one shot
sells.
of three. Tots one shot of three. One shot. Two dead. Two dead. Still in. Okay.
Lobby going R1 open side. R1 open side.
I'm lifting. O2, Ogre 1. R1. R1.
All right, guys, that listen in brought to you by Astro. And Scott, we listened in with Ghostayame as he picked up the overshield 2 minutes ago. Now he's got another one, and Classic went from being down 20 seconds to leading by 6 seconds. What'd they do?
Well, they got control of back gold, which is very important for that top hill. And by doing that, if there's the last person alive, Ghostayame did a good job at staying alive, and that forced final boss to come to him, and then they were able to air up the purples behind him and regain control.
You know, but I don't like what he just did right there. He grabbed the overshield. He went directly towards the hill. There were two guys for final boss there. Overshield did nothing for him. If he'd gone around the back of the map, maybe got up gold, he would have had a better POV to put some shots on final boss. Too aggressive right there, and ended up costing them a chance to maybe get some more time. They're up 13 seconds now. Who knows? They maybe been able to go up by 20, 30 seconds.
I couldn't agree more with you, not to cut you off there, Chris, but the overshield's very important to regain top control. Coming down to the wire right now, there's 2 minutes left in the game. You need this top control because the hill moves in 40 seconds.
And you know something, it wasn't just two guys shooting at Ghost. He had three guys crapping on him with that overshield. That disappeared in seconds, and the barrels blew his crap up. Right now, though, we're watching as Chig is heating up with that battle rifle. As you said, Sundance, I've been watching his screen especially. When his shot is on, Classic starts to perform, and now the rockets are coming up, and I'm expecting him to get a little bit of help here from Ghostayame. Got to give Classic props for staying in that hill as final boss is worrying about the power-ups.
Yeah, because that's what it's going to come down to. There's not much time left. There's a minute 15 on the clock right now. It's about the 40-second lead right here. Like they've got to get all the time they can. Ghost has now got the rockets. Let's see what he does with them. But this is what Classic need to do. They need to be able to crap on final boss right here in order to close this out. But final boss again, keeping it close.
And Todd's going up that lift as Ghostayame misses the rocket. And now he's going to be able to spawn his teammates up by closed or in lobby. But Ghost is going to be hunting them. There's the rocket. It's a pucket rocket. Barely does any damage to Fear. Fear's going to stay alive. And now Ghost is going to die at R1. That is going to be a crucial missed rocket because now final boss is going to have a little bit of momentum. And you're seeing as Tots is in the hill grabbing time. 38 seconds left on the clock. And they need 20 seconds.
Now, Final Boss has top gold control, so this is going to be very important for Classic to air up the purples and not go up gold, or else they are just going to get sandwiched.
And Ogre 2 is actually jumping from the rocket spot to the open ramp, the opposite side of the map from the hill. Crucial mistakes by Final Boss. They just gave up the game here, guys. Chig is back in the hill. I have no idea what Final Boss did at the end of that game.
All I can guess is that they stopped communicating and they didn't have an understanding of who was back to give them some coverage to get into the hill. Because they were in a position to win that game at the very end right there.
Wow.
Shocking.
So just when we thought Final Boss was going to win 3 in a row, they choke at the very last second. Fear itself having a phenomenal game, dropping positive 17. And Ghostayame, Dr. Construct, doing big things once again. He put up plus 14. That is going to do it for game number 8. Classic now in charge of the lead once again, 5-3. We'll be back with game number 9 after a short commercial break.